Thanks for joining us, punters. Footy time, Friday night, another big game. Essington versus the Bulldogs. I reckon they're just going to go hell for that. They're not going to have anyone in defence.
The Bombers?
No, either team.
Yeah.
They're just going to play 18 men
footy.
forward of the wing.
I think it should be a great game, a good spectacle.
I think the Bombers will get flogged.
Yeah, I think the Bombers might meet their match.
Yeah.
I think the Dogs will be stung into action by their loss to the Magpies last week.
They'd want to get going early though, early doors. They want to get the Bombers to get a break.
Yeah, they've been slow starters.
Sluggish, aren't they?
Look, if they were able to reel in the Magpies, with a 6-goal head start, I think they should beat Essendon. And they're about even money. I think they're $1.95 to win by 3 goals plus the Dogs. That's my bet of the week. I'm obviously an Essendon supporter, as Glenn Blankovich would say, but I'm hedging the head against the heart here, Tags. Okay. I think the Dogs will win.
$1.43 the Dogs in the head-to-head market. Essendon $3.25. Carlton versus Sydney $1.30 Carlton, $4.10 the Swans. Geelong are very, very short against Melbourne, $1.06. Melbourne $15.50. Melbourne 2 in a row. The Cats -2.
Give us a spell,
Okay.
Tags. I think. Do Carlton ever deserve to be 130 in a game of footy?
No, that's a lay for mine.
I know
it's
Sydney
purely at the price. I don't think Sydney will win, but geez, Carl, that is a short price.
It is a short price.
If you're betting purely on price, folks, $1.30 does appear to be very, very short.
I think there's another example of that in this round too, Tags. I think Collingwood are too short at 141 against Hawthorn at 335.
I agree.
That's got to be overs the Hawks as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Collingwood $1.41, Hawthorn 335. I think Hawthorn have got a very good record against the Pies.
They've won their last 3 or 4, but they're crap.
Franklin and Roughhead tend to play very well against Collingwood.
Franklin has sort of started warming up in the last quarter last week, didn't he?
Yeah, look, I think it's more a 150, 155, $3 shot.
Yep.
Collingwood are playing well, and their small players might give Hawthorn the run around because they're very quick, Collingwood.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah. I was at that game last Friday night, and they zipped the ball around very well. Very highly skilled team. Yeah,
Port Adelaide, Jake, are $1.21 against West Coast, and again, that's a stinking price.
How can a side who was beaten by Melbourne last week, Tags, be favourite at 121 at 5's on?
I'll be backing West Coast there.
Yeah.
I'd probably be asking for about $10 though.
Yeah, well, exactly. It's just a strange week. I mean, the only game that is really competitive is Richmond and North Melbourne.
Yeah, $2.08 Richmond, North Melbourne $1.88. Jake, you like the Tigers, don't you? You do.
Well, I tipped the Tigers strongly.
I like the Tigers.
Yeah, I love the Ticky Touchwoods, but yeah, you certainly do, Taggy. We'll talk about that one further off camera. You've completely lost my train of thought because I'm thinking about John Wayne. Can move on, Tags, please.
Okay. The Cats are $2.46 in the market. Whoever laid, whoever was taking it, right. Yeah. Good price. I mean, the people who were taking under $2 at other wagering operators.
Yeah, they got to as low as $2.04.
Yeah, I think that might have been a tad short. St Kilda $3.55, looking better and better each week. The Magpies $9.60, and they've been usurped in the market by the Dogs, who are now $9.20 and outright third favourites, even though the Pies knocked them off last week.
Yeah.
It's coming from the top 4, isn't it?
Oh, I think it's coming from the top 2. I still fancy Geelong. I think on their day, they'll still beat St Kilda. I think Collingwood and the Dogs obviously the clear next best, and you can probably throw in the Crows there because they've been very impressive the last 2 months.
Yep.
I think the way the finals is structured, you'd expect Geelong and St Kilda to go the way through. And it could be a flip of the coin, Joe. They're both in excellent form. Geelong just for mine.
St Kilda in their perfect season market, $3.10 to go all the way, $1.26 to get beaten in the Brownlow medal, right? As I should say, the Judd medal, because it's only going one way.
You've been all over Juddy this year, Tags.
It's only going one way. Ablett out to $3.30. He'll probably play this week, punters. $4.80 Judd, who polled again last week and the week before. I've got no question. They love him.
Okay. They love Swan as well, though.
They do love Swan.
Yeah, and he's come from about 160s into 520.
160 you could have got earlier about Dane Swan. Yeah. Montagna, the next best at $12. Goods, Rewalt and Simon Black. Simon Black, he just polls, doesn't he?
He's a gun. I think this is a more open Brownlow than we're giving it credit.
Yep. Favola has surged clear in the Coleman medal market. He's $1.76 after a bag of 9. Yep. Jonathan Brown $4 and Lance Franklin $8.20.
There's only a few goals between those blokes. I think I've liked Favola all year as well.
They've all been around the $3
short, 176.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Rugby league. What about that? What about the fine?
What a game! What a game of footy last night of rep footy in the Rugby League State of Origin.
Wouldn't the parents who have been watching just been thrilled to see those haymakers?
Yeah, Justin Hodges is a real respectable kind of
yeah, he's a
character,
good,
isn't he? One of the good
character.
guys. Yeah.
You're giving character references at
Yeah,
for Wayne Carey.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But gee, that punch that was landed on the chin of Steve Price.
It's an absolute beauty.
By Brett White was a cracker.
It was a cracker.
Yeah.
We don't endorse it here
Of
at
course
the
we
Spreakers,
don't.
though. We don't
but
endorse
look,
that.
You know, boys will
Cannot
be boys.
condone that kind of activity.
No, of course not.
Cretins. The Sharks and the Sea Eagles, $2.84 the Sharks. The Sea Eagles back in a bit of touch, $1.48 even they got rolled last week. I'm looking to try and find our new, our runaway premiership favourites, but I reckon they played last week. So it's a split round, isn't it, Jakey?
Well, it's a shortened round. There's only 7 games out of 16 teams. Bizarre, but they do that around Origin time. I think we can probably expect a few sick and sore and sorry Origin players.
Who's it going to affect most, Jake?
I think probably the Broncos.
Yeah, maybe the Storm.
And the Storm.
So $2.76 the Eels versus the Storm away.
At home on Monday night.
Yeah, that looks like, you'd probably fancy your chances against the Storm.
Yeah, Eels are going okay, but not okay enough. I think the Storm, they'll have their players in, I'm pretty sure.
They'll play.
I don't know, Brett White was bleeding from the gob, but other than that, I think Slater and Inglis and guys like that are all fit to play.
Okay. The Dragons are $4 to win the premiership. The Bulldogs $5.60. Storm $6.80. Manly around $8 and Gold Coast $11. And the Broncos have got the blows, Jakey. They're out to $14.50.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, it's great to see.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for joining us. We'll see you again next week.